We join the Commonwealth obviously because we think it is beneficial to us and to certain causes in the world that we wish to advance. The other countries of the Commonwealth want us to remain there because they think it is beneficial to them. It is mutually understood that it is to the advantage of the nations in the Commonwealth and therefore they join. At the same time, it is made perfectly clear that each country is completely free to go its own way. It may be that they may sometimes go so far as to break away from the Commonwealth. In the world today, where there are so many disruptive forces at work, where we are often on the verge of war, I think it is not a safe thing to encourage the breaking up of any association that one has. Break up the evil part of it. Break up anything that may come in way of your growth because nobody agrees to anything which comes in the way of nation's growth. Otherwise, apart from breaking the evil parts of the association, it is better to keep going a cooperative association which may do good in this world than to break it. Now, this declaration that is placed before you is not a new move, and yet it is complete reorientation of something that has existed in an entirely different way. Suppose we had been cut off from England completely and we had then desired to join the Commonwealth of Nations. It would have been a new move. Suppose a new group of nations wanted us to join them and we joined them in this way. That would have been a new move from which various consequences would have flowed. In the present instance, what is happening is that a certain association has been in existence for a considerable time past. A very great change came in the way of that association about a year and 8 or 9 months ago from August 15, 1947. Now another major change is contemplated. Gradually the conception is changing, yet that certain link remains in a different form. Politically, we are completed independent. Economically, we are as independent as nations can be. Nobody can be 100% independent in the sense of absolute lack of independence. India has to depend on the rest of the world for her trade and for many supplies that she needs today for her food, unfortunately, and so many other things. The House knows that inevitably during the past century and more, all kinds of contacts have arisen between England and this country. Stop.